This video is going to be a little bit different because while we have a lot of open discussions in my comment section, this is going to be a huge open discussion video. Now, if my voice changes on and off throughout this, I'm sorry, my throat is literally swelling up and I have 2 different inhalers that I'm supposed to be taking right now. It's like, oh my goodness, ridiculous. But anyways, I've seen this thing over on Reddit and it says, why is it okay for morbidly obese people to be a model and post pictures of their body, but it's not okay for Eugeniacooney to post pictures of themselves? And they didn't say just Eugeniacooney, but they said, but people like Eugeniacooney to post pictures of themselves. I personally think that this is a really interesting can of worms that we can open up and talk about, because while they both get different types of acceptance on the internet, there are people who suffer from what Eugeniacooney goes through and accept her because they have it, and then there's also people who just are overweight and they think it's healthy because they have all these other overweight models and overweight influencers who are pushing that it's okay to be like that and fat acceptance. Topics such as Eugeniacooney get a lot of backlash and repercussion because you can just look and know it's unhealthy. That's, I hate to say it, deathbed weight. And when you look at overweight people, it's still very unhealthy. And again, deathbed weight. But I think the thing about it that a lot of people don't necessarily understand is that all the people in fat positivity right now are passing away. And just like people such as Eugeniacooney, who are very underweight, are passing away. And it's a very sad thing. And I do think that the communities who push this as body positivity totally have a warped concept of what body positivity actually is. Now, the thing about body positivity is accepting yourself for who you are in your own skin, such as, you could have a couple extra pounds, it's okay, as long as you're not unhealthy and you're living for yourself. Yeah, body positivity, wear what you want, feel comfortable in what you are, and feel comfortable in your own skin and in your own mind space. But then you get people such as tessholiday who really vouches for fat acceptance, saying that fat people are just as healthy as people who diet all the time, and that is just not the case. Now, the thing about it is, even Eugeniacooney, who is severely underweight, she's getting the same repercussions that the heavy people are getting, but you just don't see, in my opinion, the fat acceptance community getting tons of major backlash. It doesn't get covered that often, but of course people such as Eugeniacooney, Leak Faith, they've had so much coverage on them, and I think it's a little bit different for them as well, because while fat acceptance, or not fat acceptance, but being overweight and underweight, it's both a disorder and a condition. There was this article I came across, I think it was probably a month and a half ago, and it was of a body positivity fat influencer, basically, who died in a Chipotle parking lot. Yeah. Now, do I have a problem itself with the body positivity movement? I don't. I really don't. I think body positivity is a great thing. But the thing about it is you have people who really took advantage of the body positivity title and what they were trying to do with it. And I really think that they turned body positivity into toxic body acceptance. Now, I'm going to be reading this article from the WashingtonExaminer.com, and it says, one woman named Brittany Sawyer, an obese influencer who recently died at the tender age of 28. You guys, she was only 28. Her direct cause of death is unknown, it goes on to say, but she struggled with severe health problems related to her obesity, including type 2 diabetes. Tragically, Sawyer realized before her death that promoting obesity as healthy and beautiful was a mistake, yet this realization came too late. In one of her last TikTok videos, before she passed away, she warned others to not make the same mistake. She said, "I ruined my life through food, binge eating, and lack of self-care." She said that in November 2022, just in her video, and then passed away in 2023. The sad thing about it is all these people who's pushing this so-called body positivity, which is this toxic body acceptance, in my opinion, to people such as Eugeniacooney, who say, leave her alone, she's frail, she's fine. Then you have people who look at tessholiday and say, leave her alone, she's fat, she's fine. It's not okay, it's not healthy. And unfortunately, whether you're of high mass or low mass, if it's extremely high or extremely low, you're not going to be okay. And unfortunately, these body issues of people passing away from either obesity or extreme malnourishment are passing away, it seems, younger and younger every year, just because of this so-called body positivity movement that is spreading around the internet so heavily. Here we go. Here's another one. It says fat studies professor catplause, who explicitly questioned whether obesity was even unhealthy in the first place, similarly died from unknown causes in March 2022 at just 42 years old. It says another woman, Jamie Lopez, starred in a reality TV show promoting her supersized salon. Do you guys remember that? She said that she started a supersized salon because she wanted plus-size customers to feel accepted. She got larger chairs for them to sit in that wouldn't break or shift whenever they sat down, so they felt like they were skinny. And the thing about it, she passed away too, promoting fat acceptance and positivity. Just like Eugenia promoting, well, some people say that, oh, she's not promoting it, she doesn't talk about it. She has talked about it in the past. So to me, for her to still say it's healthy, she is promoting it. This is crazy, and I want to read this to you guys. Okay, it says extreme obesity shaves 14 years off of an average person's life expectancy, and this is according to the National Institutes of Health. It says obesity is now the second leading cause of preventable death in the United States, behind only cigarette smoking. It's estimated that obesity-related health problems claim 280,000 lives every year in the U.S., making obesity more deadly than even the opioid epidemic. Wow, like that is crazy. It says anyone promoting obesity is healthy, and that's what the entire health at any size movement exists to do, is directly spreading health misinformation about something that has killed millions of people over the last several decades. And it just keeps getting worse rolling into 2024. And I can't wait for people to wake up and not just look at people such as eugeniacooney and say how unhealthy that is, but people such as Foodie Beauty too, who is promoting. Granted, she is trying to diet and trying to get her life back on track, but she's still sitting down and making mukbang videos with an unhealthy amount of food, pushing it as body positivity, saying, well, I'm doing my diet and this is just a cheat day. It's not just a body positivity movement that is leading to these malnourishments, disorders, and obesity issues. It's also diet culture. Certain diet cultures that even promote unhealthy portions of food. But there is diet cultures that really do take a terrible toll on your body, and one is we're going to be talking about is Zana Samsonova. Okay, I'm sorry about the name. Zana Samsonova. She was 39 years old, and she was a vegan influencer who basically died of starvation after attempting to live on an only fruit diet. Now, the website you can find this article at is thesun.co.uk/news, and this says the influencer was an active promoter of raw food and vegan, and previously said, I eat simple food, although I have a lot of experience as a raw food chef. I love creating my own recipes and inspiring people to eat healthier. For the last 4 years, my diet has been only fruits, sunflower seed sprouts, fruit smoothies, and juices. In this diet, believe it or not, how much she promoted it to be positive for her and her mindset, and how it really changed her outlook with herself and her body and just life in general, how she felt so positive about the diet, led her to be extremely malnourished. And she sadly succumbed to that malnourishment, where her mother, Vera Samsonova, said that she had caught a cholera-like infection just hours before she was due to fly home. And she never made it home. I have also seen this one thing, and I am going to be wrapping this video up, but I do want to talk about it real quick. I had talked about how body positivity now, the fat acceptance movement, there is an airline that is actually offering, if you're obese, a second seat for free, so you can fly more comfortably on the plane. If we're going to do body positivity, I just want to say, I'm thinking if they're giving obese people a second seat on the plane for free, maybe everybody who's extremely malnourished should just get a free flight or not be charged for their baggage because they're extremely malnourished and they're not taking up any extra weight or space on the plane. So why don't we just let them get free baggage or fly for free if we're going to be pushing the whole body positivity movement? I just think it's completely ridiculous, disgusting, and sick that this is what everybody is coming to, that they are accepting these delusions. It's a health crisis, in my opinion. And every year, sadly, we're seeing malnourishment and obesity take a toll on a large number of people, especially influencers, and we're losing them at a more rapid rate, I feel like, every year because of these toxic body acceptance movements. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section down below. Do you guys think that malnourishment, whether it be from a disorder or just malnourishment and dieting, and obesity, do you think that they get the same or equal to coverage, or do you think that this whole thing has just became such a roller coaster at this point? I don't even really know how to wrap this up. I just think it's insanely crazy. And with that being said, I'll catch you all in the next video. Let me know your thoughts and opinions about the fat acceptance movement and the skinny acceptance movement that's just malnourishment. And with that being said, I'll catch you in the next video.